Hey,
You're
good to see you there.
live. We are live. We are live. Let's see. Is anybody watching?
No.
No one's watching yet.
If no one's watching in the first 30 minutes, we're stopping this.
What should we do?
Let's not do anything.
What should we do while we wait?
Let's not do anything.
What are some of your favorite hats? What are some of your favorite hats, Phil?
Well, there was this one hat that I really wanted. The Buffalo Bills logo on it and had icicles on its back.
I didn't lead into this conversation on purpose, actually.
Okay.
Yeah.
The second person.
Phil spent 30 minutes.
That's an understatement.
Sorry, I meant to say 30 hours looking for a hat.
That's an overstatement. Spent 4.5 hours. That was a Buffalo Bills hat with icicles on the back of the Bills. I don't know why I'm demonstrating this like I'm a Bill or a Buffalo, but it was very cool. It was very tight.
Yeah. He spent about 4 hours calling every Tops in Buffalo and every Tops in Rochester and every Wegmans trying to find a single hat because he was all giddy for the Bills.
Broke a table. That's why you don't have a table.
And then he lost. Yes, we're here. Our set is devolving by the episode.
Yes. In a way, it's getting nicer, but it's also
it's very
depleting.
much like come in here, have a glass of whiskey. We're in Oklahoma still. It's cold here.
We're snowed in.
Our fireplace doesn't work. Phil broke a table, so here we are sitting in chairs.
Yep.
Like
two old men.
Like a Nick Offerman type, just in a nice cozy.
You've heard of Between Two Ferns?
But
we're split between one fern.
Now we have a fern between us.
Yeah. So, you see what we did there? Zach Galifianakis, suck it. Hangover movies weren't even that good. No, they're okay.
The first one was.
Second one was good in the first watch. And then when you realize that, you're like, wow, they did nothing except change the setting.
I don't even remember the second or the third one, so.
Third one, Melissa McCarthy. That's all I remember. Mexico. What? That's all I remember.
Melissa McCarthy was in The Hangover?
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
She had a whole weird staring comedy scene with Zach Galifianakis. Yeah. I'll get 3 people now.
I don't remember. Hey. Oh, hey. What's up? What's up, dude?
Jonald Vizini.
Yeah, I still don't know how to say your name.
Sorry if I butchered that. You can come beat me up. I live in the United States.
Howdy. So we're in the South. We're in Oklahoma.
We're not in the South. We're in the Midwest. God, look at a map.
We're in the Midwest South.
Gosh.
We're in the South part of the Midwest.
No, we're in the Midwest.
But the Midwest has a north and it has a south.
Immigrants don't know this country at all. If I was back in your home country of Australia, and I was
immigrant,
and I was in Perth, would I be in?
I never went to Perth.
Would I be in the East Coast? No, I'd be in the West Coast of Australia.
That's because it's in the West.
Yeah. All right. If I was in the Outback, where would I be?
You'd be in like the middle.
We are in the middle.
The middle can have a north and a south.
It doesn't even matter.
It's not snowy here.
It doesn't even matter. It's the Midwest, so I don't know why they call it the Midwest.
It's just the middle.
Just the middle. It's just the middle of America.
It hasn't snowed here yet, but it has been very stormy and very rainy.
Yes.
The quaintness of our set is just skyrocketing. Phil, it's so quaint.
That's me doing this.
We're feeling very quaint.
I designed this.
What is the definition of quaint? How would you define quaint?
I was gonna go really dark with that. Never mind. Quaint. It's kind of like a taint. No. I don't know.
Attractively unusual or old-fashioned. Are we old-fashioned?
Yes, that makes you quaint.
Hey, I'll take that.
You're kind of annoying though.
I'm very quaint.
And you are unusual.
Thank you.
You are old-fashioned. You don't believe that women should leave the kitchen.
So let's talk about WandaVision.
Well, that segue. Let's talk about the 60s and 70s of WandaVision.
Well, we were wrong about this episode. We thought it was going to be 80s.
I wasn't wrong about this. That was your pitch the entire 3 weeks saying, no, every episode is a decade. Follow the decades.
The collective fans thought this was going to be an 80s episode.
I couldn't imagine how this would be a decade an episode. I just was keeping my mouth shut until...
I mean, if you look at the promos, it still looks like it's going to be 80s every episode.
It looks like they're gonna just fuck around with the decades.
80s next episode. No, I think they took a breather. The name of the episode was "We Interrupt This Program."
Maybe.
So they took a breather. They're gonna go back to the 80s. Look at the promos. The people.
I mean, it makes sense of why they had to.
They're wearing an 80s. There's 80s attire.
Yeah, no, it makes sense why they had to. Simply because 9 episodes, 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000s, 2010s, and then
they have a few left over. I thought they were just gonna spend the last 2 like as, this is WandaVision now, but maybe that's just the last one. It's a modern.
It'd be funny if the last one is this is Vision Wanda now. This is Vision.
But why would they do that?
I don't know. I'm really not super on board with this yet.
Yeah, no. Phil's first reaction to the ending of this episode was, "I'm gonna stop watching this. It's not satisfying," he said.
And as a joke, but honestly, most things I say are half joke and half grounded in reality. So I don't know really. I'll probably just keep watching it because I'm a schmuck. But
neither one of us really usually dives super deep into the theories, although I kind of have been.
Neither one of us, even though I have been.
I have been for this, just to be able to have these conversations. If anybody has any crazy, strange theories, any of the 4 people watching, hey, post that up on the chat there. I can see the chat here.
On the chitty chat.
I see you.
Oh, it's a gorilla. I agree with the gorilla theory.
What's the gorilla for?
The gorilla. Well, in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, it crosses over with the Flash, Gorilla Grodd. He beats the shit out of Wanda. I don't know. I'm making it.
I actually did see a theory that when she forces Monica through all the walls and out of the area, you see giraffes like on the mantle next to the hole. And somebody was like, giraffes are the only animal that has the ability to be born with the ability to walk. And that is a reference to how the twins were born, and they're moving along very quickly. And it's annoying. Like Mephisto, and I'm just like, I'm not sure. I don't think that's anything. I think that was
called set dressing.
Set decoration, yeah.
Yes. It's
and you would know
in production design.
Because that is what you do.
Although I don't know if I was production designing WandaVision, if I would throw a giraffe on a mantle in the 70s.
Well,
I don't know.
Have you ever decorated a 70s set before?
No.
So here's an interesting factoid. Some of the names that they assigned to the people, you know how they were finding out the real identities of the people in the town?
Yes, I watched the episode.
Some of the names that they identified were the actual production designers of the show.
Oh, interesting.
Like they gave them a little shout out because of the decades.
They didn't. The production designers gave themselves a shout out.
Maybe. I mean, the writing literally acknowledged the set design.
Sure.
I mean, remember she said like it's the production design. She said that in the episode.
Oh yeah, you're right. I know when I production design, I always throw references to New York, Italy.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because you're so Italian.
Yep.
And then I would put Australian things.
Sure.
Okay. We're so off topic.
They're hard to import though.
All right. Yeah. So leave some theories anyway. That's the giraffe. That's the giraffe theory.
I have a theory.
What's your theory?
Shut the fuck.
It's an actual theory.
No, I don't have a theory actually. I just read a theory. I read one article that basically gave me everything I want to talk about. I'm just going to regurgitate it, like throw up. And no, the new director of S.W.O.R.D., Tyler Hayward.
Yeah.
I think. Actually, I don't think. Actually, I don't know. I don't really. The article said that
just
he
say
could be
what?
He could be Mephisto.
Mephisto.
No,
Manifesto.
I said Manifesto Destiny.
Manifesto Destiny.
Manifesto Destiny. Exactly. Don't do my Italian thing. All right.
I did get a vibe from him that he was going to be a bad guy.
Well, he's just never been. The article that I read specifically said that he has never been a character in the comics. But I guess there's a character in the comics. Did we read the same article? Oh my god.
No, I just know that he was an original creation for the MCU.
He was a new baby for MCU. Yes.
Yeah.
I'm gonna call him New Babies.
Okay, he's a new baby.
But yeah, he shares a last name with someone involved in Hydra.
Brian
Hayward?
Is it Brian Hayward?
I think so. I don't know.
I read something that called out to Brian Hayward, and then I looked up Brian Hayward, and I couldn't find any information. So I think I gave up on that thread. But Yeah, there are strong hints saying that Hydra is behind this.
I wonder why the Baron von Strucker watch.
Yeah, all the Hydra stuff. But one of the biggest takeaways from this episode was that it's Wanda doing all of this.
I still not believing that.
Yeah, it could be a red herring, right?
Yes.
I think
you've been on the Wanda train since it took off the station. I'm like, I don't know yet.
I don't know if it might be something that's being done to her, but I think she wants to be. I don't know. There's still a question as to how much control she has over this.
It's funny that you said questions and like you're kind of stagnant on that theory, but this episode is supposed to give us more answers, and I don't really think I got that many more answers.
Oh, I feel like we got a lot of context.
We got a lot of context, but I don't really think we got answers.
Context is answers, in my opinion. Yeah, because I mean, we had all these questions like, is this a real place? How is it in the context of the world?
Yeah,
when did it take place? Are these people real people?
The audience had questions.
Is it a dome? I was very sure that it was a dome. It's not. It's a hexagon.
I don't know why the shape matters.
It does.
I know it does, but I don't know why. But for you, I mean, you're not a shape guy. You're a numbers guy. Anyways, you're so good at math.
No, there's hexagon. Hexagons are a thing.
From my perspective, though, the characters don't really get answers, which I don't feel satisfied. I know you're saying it's giving more context, like how he ends up being a beekeeper.
Monica gets a lot of answers.
Monica gets some answers.
Monica gets a great opening.
Sure, yes. Monica gets a lot of answers for her story that we didn't even know that she had questions to.
Yeah.
But I just think that I always feel a little bit cheapened when the characters don't get the answers they want. Because pretty much every character is still someone left in the dark. If they're not left in the dark, they're just left way more clueless as to what's going on. I don't feel satisfying personally in that. That kind of took me for it.
I enjoy being left in the dark. I watched. I mean, back in the day.
Weren't you left at a gas station too?
If you had watched Lost back in the day,
oh my god,
then you would be accustomed to this. I have gained appreciation. I love that this show retreaded the same ground, but from a different perspective. I love when shows did do that, and that's something Damon Lindelof does all the time.
I like how they did
my
a clip
favorite
show.
writer, the showrunner of Lost. He loves to retread the same ground from a different perspective. Then it gives you a chance to really build this ensemble of characters. So Monica is a really strong character now, rather than just a cameo or something.
I've never imagined her being a cameo, though.
I wasn't sure what she was going to be.
I imagined she could be a strong character as she just went on. But I also think
this John Auld guy is awesome because he just mentioned Twin Peaks.
That's a restaurant chain, too.
One of my favorite shows. I don't know. What do I do with my hands? I hate this. Where's the table, Phil?
I broke it.
Why?
This is all part of a bigger
Bill's
plan.
lost. It didn't do anything.
Shut the hell up!
We lost the table for no reason.
No, but I think as far as context goes, it does give you more context. It's in a weird way, it's a clip show. It's literally a clip show. Marvel parodied a clip show in a different way. Yeah. Because they're all watching clips of the first 3 episodes, which is tip of the hat to you, Marvel, good sir. Good company, good corporation.
Well, what they do very well. When they set out to do something, they do it very well. Most of the time.
Inhumans.
Well, that wasn't Marvel Studios. No, that wasn't Marvel Studios. That was Marvel Television.
Well, still.
No. Marvel Television faltered many times.
Okay, well.
The only thing Marvel Studios has faltered with in the last 5 years, I want to say, is trying to make a Superman movie, which they didn't. Was Captain Marvel.
Okay, Incredible Hulk.
In my opinion, Monica's already a better character than Captain Marvel. I said in the last 5 years. Yeah,
probably. Yeah, honestly. I mean, without having really seen that much. But...
She has... I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if literally by the end of Captain Marvel 2, Monica is now Captain Marvel.
That's
takes on the moniker. I don't think they'll do that, but I wouldn't be surprised if they did.
I wouldn't be surprised if Brie Larson just wanted to leave.
Yeah, with all the negative feedback.
I'm done with this.
It's not Brie Larson. It's the fact that her character... I think this is what it is to most people. She didn't earn her power. She didn't have the character flaws that every other MCU character had to earn her power.
It was a 90s movie.
So
90s movies didn't have that kind of depth.
Captain America was a 40s movie.
Okay, I'm just messing with you. We're way off track here. Okay. We're running out of time, all right? We have to sponsor a bunch of things, too.
Okay, what do you want to sponsor?
No, I'm just kidding. Nope. They called us. They never called us yet. We can't sponsor.
Samurai Guy's here. Hey, Samurai Guy. What are some theories?
I saw a theory though too as well about that it's not sword, it's aim. Did you see this theory?
What?
It's aim.
AIM? No, I haven't heard of AIM.
Oh, why? Shit.
What?
I didn't do enough research to back this up, so I thought maybe you heard.
No, I haven't heard of AIM. Does anyone know what AIM is? What? Sword? I don't know. I'm still trying to understand the distinction between sword and shield.
Well, a sword is something that you attack with. The shield is something you defend with.
Yeah, but it feels like they're both defending. Sword isn't attacking.
Well, that's because the Shield TV show was kind of a bunch of pansies. They're like,
and Shield was about attacking. It seemed like Shield. It seems like Shield is going into space, and Sword is now on Earth, which is switched from the comics.
Stupid Marvel. I don't know. No, AIM though. I'm gonna see if I can remember the article. Basically, it was basically saying that it made a connection to the Beekeeper's costume because I think someone. I'm completely paraphrasing out of my ass right now. The AIM people, villains, henchmen, whatever the hell you want to call them, typically either are called the Beekeepers, like that's like what their squad is called, and I guess there's a kind of thinking that when the beekeeper, not the beekeeper, like the sword agent went through, that maybe he was an AIM agent in disguise, and that's why he turned into a beekeeper. I don't know. It's very convoluted. I literally read a paragraph of this article. I couldn't figure out how to back it up.
There is a Marvel character called Swarm. So I don't know anything about him.
I don't know about Swarm, but I was just saying that AIM could be behind him.
Some people think that he might be Swarm. Some bee guy. I don't know. Does anyone know who Swarm is?
Does anyone know who AIM is? As I came to the table.
I don't know.
AIM just seems like an acronym that they would also try and use possibly.
What?
You just never know. Like you can speculate.
Shield, sword, aim.
You can just
bow and arrows next. What?
No,
they're all going to be gun.
Gun. We are gunned. What's gun? Guys unite.
Really wanna. I think sword and shield are what? You want to finish it?
I don't know. I can think of it. Guys unite something. I don't know. Guys. I don't know.
I think sword and shield are essentially partners, though, right?
Guys under night. I don't know. They work under night with guns. Go on.
AIM is like with MODOK and that lot.
Thank you, Samurai Guy.
Well, the thing is, Shield in its early days was Captain Marvel. No, that wasn't its early days, but
it was Nick Fury.
It was Nick Fury's early days, and
Howling Commandos.
All of that whole situation crossed over with Captain Marvel, crossed over with Maria Rambeau, Lashana Lynch's Maria Rambeau, Monica Rambeau. So in this episode, they confirmed that Maria Rambeau built Sword from the ground up. So you can pretty much assume that with that whole situation that happened with S.H.I.E.L.D. in the 90s, she began building this branch or partner.
A lot of things just assume there with that. I mean,
it's assumed, but it's like
it makes sense, but it's
I mean, come on.
Yeah.
There you can connect the dots.
Yeah, no, you can. So speaking of connecting the dots, the blip. We see more blip.
Oh, I loved that.
The blip is great. I honestly did not think I would really like the blip that much, and I really didn't pay much attention to it because they haven't given us anything about the blip.
I don't like it being called the blip.
I don't like it being called the blip either. But
it was a really cool. That was a really cool perspective, I think, especially given these times, the hospitals.
Yeah. The
state of our hospitals.
Oh my gosh! Parallel that into that.
Well, it is kind of interesting. You think that the blip is a good thing, right? When everyone comes back, but you watch it from this hospital's perspective, and it's just so chaotic.
Yeah,
it's a really interesting perspective to see that from.
Mm-hmm.
So I like that they're fleshing out that moment.
I just wonder that I'm in fear of how many times they're going to use the blip as something to fuel or inspire or
hopefully not too much, but
a character.
It is a
it's
fascinating anomaly.
Yeah, no, it's a big enough thing where you can like rely on it, but at the same time, everyone's like the blip, and it's like, oh god, no, stop finding the blip. This was fun to see.
All right. Let's talk about these characters we were waiting so long to see. We'll go to our chat in a second. Talk about Agnes, but we were waiting to see Randall Parks.
I was waiting to see Randall Park,
and we were waiting to see
Kat Dennings.
Kat Dennings as Darcy.
Thanks for handing it over to me.
Yes, that was what I was doing. How do they they just pull the most randomest characters?
No, I don't think it's that random.
Well, that's the thing. It worked so well.
Yeah, it did.
But how?
I honestly, all right. So I would say that this probably wasn't planned, and this was definitely just an afterthought. Like, who can we pull from the movies to make this work? If it was planned, kudos to you. But honestly, I'm not going to be on that boat about like, no, they cast Kat Dennings 10 years ago to use her.
Well,
like, no.
I did see that they actually wanted to try and use these characters and try to find a way to fit them in.
Sure, and I get that. That's believable. I think together, Kat Dennings and Randall Park have 3 movies together in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Not only together, but Thor 2, and Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Mm-hmm. I
like Randall Park as an actor. I think he's great. I also enjoyed Kat Dennings and Thor.
He's got the magic hands.
Yeah, he did that. I wouldn't mind seeing Kat Dennings more because she was kind of fun in a way, and like her
she's not as annoying in smaller doses.
No, but it was also kind of a little weird how they merged together in this, like just the acting, the transitions.
Do you think it was weird in a good way, or like fun, or not?
I think when Monica Rambeau talks to Randall Park, and I'm switching up character names and actors' names, then that was very genuine. That felt very fleshed through, right? Like why he's there. Yeah. But like Kat Dennings' arrival, Kat Dennings working with Randall Park's Wu felt a little weird. Like they weren't.
I thought they were a fun comedy duo.
On the same page. I don't know.
They're watching sitcoms together.
I wasn't feeling the chemistry that much, which I'm a little sad about.
Well, we'll see how that goes then. I thought it was fun. And I also really like that Randall Parks is. He's got this whiteboard, and he's literally writing down the questions that all the audience members have been asking this whole time.
I like that.
And I also think that's really commendable that Marvel is so like,
hey, you're stupid.
No, they're so on top of what they're making. They know exactly what the talking points are.
Sure.
They know exactly what everybody's going to be asking, all the theories that are going to be thrown out there, and everything before it even airs.
Yeah,
you can tell. I think that's really cool.
It's a good tip of the hat. It's clever.
I think it's commendable that they're so in tune with their own source material. I think.
Yeah, it's also just a way to Easter egg. It's also a way to fill the whiteboard. It's really hard to fill a whiteboard when you're, as a production designer who's had to fill the whiteboard before for movies. You're looking at that giant board. You're like, how do we fill this with like actual stuff if the camera picks it up? So. Random questions are a great way to fill the board. Fluff.
So let's talk about some of the questions on the whiteboard, though, because the hexagon. He was literally asking why hexagons. Had you noticed that?
I didn't notice that. He wrote like 4 questions. I can't think of the other 3. He had kind of sloppy handwriting, but
last week it wasn't quite as obvious, and it was I had picked up on the hexagons. And I decided not to mention anything, but now it just feels obvious because it's literally written on a whiteboard in the episode. Yeah. But everything from the shape of the town to the little bewitched intro, and even the beekeeper, honeycombs.
Well, yeah, that's why I was referencing AIM. And I don't know. I don't think the hexagon's gonna really. It's more of a stylistic thing than I think it's actually gonna really play.
No. I think it's gonna play out. I don't know. I think I've seen theories about it's hex magic. I've seen theories that Mephisto is 666. There's the 666 motif running through the show, I guess.
I suppose.
Different things like that. I don't know. I haven't looked that hard into it. But, if they're going to go to the length of writing why hexagons.
Well, yeah, no. If you're going to go to that length, yes. What was the other questions? Do you have them quickly pulled from?
Not. Oh, he was theorizing scrolls at one point, but we don't have to talk about that.
Oh.
Samurai guy mentions Agnes as Agatha Harkness. If you notice, Agnes and Dottie are the only ones that didn't get names.
Yeah.
So who are they?
Agatha. No. Yeah. Well, it's funny because obviously in the first, well, not the first, but one of the earlier trailers for WandaVision before it premiered, if you remember, Agnes is in a car as a witch costume. So I don't think that's a coincidence.
Oh yeah, no. There's all kinds of witch things.
Do you know who Agatha is in the comics?
Agatha Harkness. No, she's a witch, right?
Yes, dating back to the Salem witch trials, I believe. If she's not a witch, she was there during the witch trials, but I believe she is a witch. She actually becomes Wanda's mentor.
Yes, Agnes.
Throughout life.
I literally just read that.
Really? Literally.
Agnes revealed that her anniversary was June 2nd. Right, and I did read something about this, and that's the date of the Salem witch trials or something about that.
Oh, I mean,
the Salem witch trials weren't one date, but
you were there.
It's oh yeah, I was there.
What is this?
I don't know. This is
you not having a desk.
I'm impersonating you because you're Italian. Yeah.
No,
what happened to our desk, Phil? Why don't you tell the viewers a second time?
I broke it. We don't have a desk, so now we're just doing casual kind of.
He broke it for nothing. The Bills didn't even win.
It's fine. Shut up. So yes, no Agnes. Kudos to Samurai Guy for knowing that. Agatha.
Yes, there's Agatha. Who's Dottie? I haven't seen anyone like with Dottie theories. Who's Dottie?
I mean, she was in one episode and she disappeared basically.
But she's the key to this whole town. That's what Agnes said. Yeah,
so that means that they're hiding her away until she comes back in like tenfold, in like episode 6 or something, episode 7. They're purposely not showing you her so that way they can use her as a play to move the story forward.
That's the question. Who's Mephisto? Because somebody's Mephisto. Who's Mephisto? Who's Dottie? Who's Agnes? And what happened to the beekeeper?
I don't really want to get on the Mephisto page though, because what if it's just like an entirely different villain that we don't see coming?
It's gotta be Mephisto.
What if it's Thanos? No, I'm just kidding. Can you imagine? Like, damn it!
It's gotta be Mephisto. I don't know.
But like that takes the fun away from it, though.
No, it doesn't.
Knowing or like kind of thinking the villains.
But who is it?
I'm still butthurt about Iron Man 3.
About Aldrich Killian?
That was 7 years ago. All right.
Going to our chat, Samurai Guy is explaining who AIM is. Aldrich Killian is part of AIM.
Thank you. I didn't even see that. But yes, I forgot about that. Yes, the connection there is Aldrich Killian is part of AIM. But also, Mephisto, it's weird. It's going to be weird seeing Mephisto because my Mephisto was always the guy in Ghost Rider. Just kidding. The movie was not good.
I don't even remember.
Paul Hogan? No, not Paul Hogan. I don't know.
Phil is
big Ghost Rider fan.
Ghost Rider guy. So.
Yes. And Mephisto was using Ghost Rider 1 and 2. He was recast in the second one.
Who'd you like more, Gabriel Luna or Nicolas Cage?
It's hard. Gabriel Luna, I feel like I didn't get to see as much of.
Yeah.
I think I watched the edit that like someone took all the screen time of him as Ghost Rider, put in a video, and it was like 16 minutes. And I was like, that's nothing.
Yeah. Gabriel Luna, the one in S.H.I.E.L.D. I don't know who watches S.H.I.E.L.D. here. There's probably several people who watched the first season and then said no.
It gets really good.
It grows into its own. If you don't like it by the end of like season 3, you're probably not going to like it.
Yeah, give up.
It does take on its own identity. It's a fun watch, so I'll recommend that. But that's not really part of what we're talking about.
I'm just mad that the Ghost Rider show got canceled because there was one.
We're still gonna get it. They're working on Ghost Rider.
One of the Hulu one. The Hulu one seemed interesting.
But they're gonna do it. Look, they're gonna do it, and they're gonna do it good. Okay.
Sure.
There's like a 90% chance that
that's something that I feel comfortable taking away. Like whether you kind of like it or not, you at least say like Marvel's gonna do it. They're gonna do it good.
Yeah.
Which is weird if you don't like it or not, because then I guess it's like, well, why don't you like it? I'm going to be interested to see my thoughts on WandaVision at the end of the series.
Yeah.
Again.
Well, at the end, all of your qualms about cliffhangers and your childish complaints are not going to matter.
Exactly. Because if it was me and we didn't have this live show, I would just sit down over the weekend and watch like 4 episodes one day and 5 episodes the next day. But I can't do that because we have to talk about it with you people. You people.
You see, he wants to open his Christmas presents early. You see?
That's fine. I mean, they should be out.
I still haven't seen the first Avengers. Oh my god.
Get out. Go. Leave.
I
can swear and you can't edit this out actually. See, I'm not even swearing.
That's true. That's true. But you've been a good boy so far.
Oh, fuck you.
Okay. Vizzini. I'm just gonna call you Vizzini. It's Italian. I just binged all the Twin Peaks, 3 seasons, 3 books, and a movie, and I'm still confused. That's kind of the point. It ended on a big cliffhanger, then 25 years later, he just ended on an even bigger cliffhanger. So even if there's a season 4, don't expect any. I'm just going to throw that in there.
It's WandaVision, not Twin Peaks.
So. It's, you know what? It's the 4th act, Phil. So fuck you.
We should find out.
We need to stop doing on-screen stunts. By the way, Phil did break the table.
Yes, I did.
The camera got knocked off very early, but the table's broken.
The camera got knocked off because when I jumped and I landed and watched the footage, my arm had hit the camera, so the camera like beat the table falling by like 1 second. That was enough to
It caught like a wire or something.
cataclysmically alter the table.
That table's broken. We almost used it, but it's like this.
It's like So no table, just chairs.
All right. Any
Alex's feet.
I'm not flexible. Any final thoughts?
Know.
Any final thoughts?
He gave me a half hour of shit because I said let's not use the table. He said no, come on, let's use the table.
I don't know. I don't like this, man. I'm not sure.
You're fine.
You see me like repositioning so many times.
You're fine. You look kind of like a reject Mr. Rogers.
That's the second time you called me Mr. Rogers in a month.
Because you look like Mr. Rogers.
Any she says buy a new table. Do you have any final thoughts? Jesus.
Guess we'll be doing this next week. I don't know. I mean, I'm kind of excited to get back to Wanda and Vision's story. Oh, we didn't really talk about this, but like Vision's dead head.
That was terrifying.
That was terrifying.
That was one of the scariest things I've seen. Doctor Strange was supposed to be a horror movie. This was the scariest thing I've seen in the MCU so far.
Really? I mean, it was more jarring.
I mean, it wasn't. Shocking. It was jolting. Like that was. It's that moment when it's like it gets you. It's that moment in Jaws when the little head comes out from under the boat. There.
Yes.
You know.
Yes, I know. That was like kind of sad to see because that actually confirms what I think most people are thinking, that it is Wanda. She's doing this to him.
She might be trying to like recreate the Mind Stone and bring him back or something, but it's like maybe she needs to concentrate or something.
Possibly.
Yeah.
Concentrate. Troll 2. Concentrate.
Check out our Troll 2 video. No, I thought I really liked this episode. This is the most Marvel-y episode we've had.
Marvel-y?
It is. The other ones weren't Marvel-y. This one's Marvel-y.
Yeah, no, this one does feel like it's more Marvel-esque.
This was what?
No, just go on.
This was the one I felt like Scarlet Witch was the most Scarlet Witchy we've seen her. Like she was antagonizing.
Gives at E to everything. Scarlet
I'm
Witchy,
saying
because
she started as a villain. Remember, she was antagonizing.
Yeah, antagonizing.
And I maintain my theory that she's becoming the villain of this next slate of movies.
Man, I'm just enjoying the ride.
I'm enjoying the ride too. What makes you think I'm not enjoying the ride, Phil?
You know what I mean? I don't want to theorize.
I think she is, and I think they're doing a good job with it. So I enjoyed seeing that. I enjoyed seeing Freaky Vision. I enjoyed seeing the extra characters. Here's a fun thing.
You enjoyed the whole episode, did you not?
She woke up in room 104. Is that a room 104 HBO show?
Oh my god.
That's an HBO 104 show.
And we've run out of time.
It's not a dome, it's a hexagon.
Okay. Anything else, Rogers?
No, not if nobody has anything in the chat. Going back into the 80s, I'm hoping we do another 80s episode.
Another 80s?
I'm hoping we do another decade show. Like I want to see the 80s.
They will.
I feel like we're gonna start to see like 80s and Marvel.
I want to see why. Now. I want to see how they become their own costumes, their old costumes. Whether it's like they take that from like source material in the show, or they just like take their costumes, make them 80s-esque to fit the 80s.
What do you mean?
Because remember, there's the shot of the trailer. Wanda's coming down the stairs, and she's like in her like original Scarlet Witch costume from like the comics.
Yeah.
And Vision's in like his comics costume.
Yeah, for like Halloween.
Yeah. So I wonder if they just like take their costume.
It's so meta.
They age it old, or like they actually take it from source material, like where they're in a comic.
Oh, I see what you're saying. I mean, the production design, who got many shout outs in this episode, and the costume design have to be having a ball with this.
Probably. Oh yeah, I'd be having a ball with this. I'd be having fun with this.
Wrapping it up, just people who are watching this, we still plan to do our old content because this is the third live stream in a row here.
Yes.
Obviously we don't have the equipment right now.
There's also been no movies coming out, so shut up.
We have. Don't tell our audience to shut up, Phil. We have stuff in the pipeline that we've already shot, but it takes time to edit it. Hey, do you want to tell them what February 16th is?
It's 2 days after Valentine's Day, so we can return all the chocolate. It's a 2-year anniversary.
It's our 2-year anniversary. It's also the 3-year anniversary of Black Panther. R.I.P. But wow. that was a tone change.
Good God.
No, our 2-year anniversary is on February 16th. We're pretty.
So we're gonna plug that video. To you.
We sat down with some people for an exclusive interview. So that's gonna come out.
Yes. And then we have another like Hulu video coming up, or we have a Hulu video, and then if new movies get released, March will be a big month.
We did Netflix recommendations like 7 months ago, so it seems like a good time now to do a Hulu recommendations.
Yeah. And then maybe we'll do the little things. Probably not, because it just seems like a little thing to do.
I don't think we're gonna have time. We have a lot to do in March.
We'll do maybe Tom and Jerry. Probably not. We're busy.
No, what's happening in March?
Oh, Coming to America 2 or Coming to America?
Raya and the Last Jedi.
Raya and the
Last Dragon. Sorry.
Oh, you're so incorrect.
Raya
and the Last Dragon, Justice League, a 4-hour Justice League movie.
Gotta. We'll do HBO eventually.
Kong versus Godzilla.
Of course, Kong versus Godzilla. I'm Team Godzilla.
I'm Team Kong.
He's Team Kong.
Nick Cage, the movie.
We didn't plan that. Huh?
Nicolas Cage, the movie.
Do you want to tell him what Nicolas Cage the movie is?
It's literally the exorbitant weight of massive talent or something like that, and it's literally Nick Cage playing himself. So I'm just going to refer to it as Nicolas Cage the movie, because that's what it is. That's how it was pitched, I'm guessing. That's how it's pitched, and I want to definitely do that.
Everything Nicolas Cage does is a novelty.
Yes. So March will be a big month.
All right. Do you want to break anything before we call it here? You going to break that on your forehead? That was going to be 5 cents, but okay.
Oh, well.
All right.
Bye.
Hey, thanks for watching, people.
Like
and subscribe to the stuff. Yeah.
Damn it.
It's not even ended yet.
Yeah. Yeah.